Hello there, my friends. This is a Star Wars Unlimited Shadows of the Galaxy unboxing video. We're going to take this box of cards, which has 24 booster packs in it, and we're going to open this booster box. So, this is pretty cool. It does have the Star Wars Unlimited logo on the plastic all the way around, which is kind of cool. And the artwork on the box is awesome. So take a look at Darth Maul. Cad Bane. Somebody can tell me who this is. That'd be awesome. Obviously Jabba the Hutt. And we got a, is that Forlom? That's a, or Zuckuss. It's one of them. So here you can fold this up and you can like display it so that like if you're owner of a game store, you can just pull out one pack at a time. I'm actually going to open the box up like this. Let's take a look at the sides of the box. So here you got Clone Trooper. Is that Hunter? I'm not sure. And here you go on the back. That's Cassian Andor for sure. Has all this official information on there. 12 and up. Up. Is that Kyrgyzstan or Kyrgyzstan? Yep. And on the bottom, got your Disney logo because they own everything Star Wars. So you got to check with them first. And it says UK, EU stuff. So pretty cool. All right. But here's the part you're here for. So I'm going to go ahead and open 3 packs, I think. I'm going to, well, what I'll do is I'm going to savor it, right? So I'm going to string a bunch of videos together so you'll see all of the packs being opened. But I think I'm only going to open 3 at a time. So I'm going to take this one so you can see, obviously, Bo-Katan, right? So you got Bo on the front, you got Boba right here, and then you got Lando. So you got Bo and Boba and Lando, for whatever that's worth. So I don't know if that's by design or not. Anyway, this is my little target, so I know where the center of the frame is. So I got 2 cameras running at the same time, so excuse me if I go different ways. All right, so I'm going to open Boba last. I'm going to open these in order from the top because we're going to get our showcase first. I'm just kidding. Would that be awesome, though? Got a showcase. So these boxes are going online for about $140. I think the suggested retail price of these packs is $5, so it's actually more than you would buy individual packs for. But and each of these packs gets 16 cards in a pack, which is more than a lot of different cards, you know, like Lorcana and all those guys. But you do get a leader card. And you get a base card. So look at this leader card already. It's a rare leader. You can tell here because of this R down the bottom. And it's also hyperspace. And what do I mean by hyperspace? I mean that the border doesn't have a black border like this. See how this has a black border? This one does not. All the artwork extends beyond where there would be a black border. So this makes this a little more valuable. Although leaders, even though this says it's a rare leader, are pretty common. So like you're going to end up with a lot of leader cards. So, but why is Dr. Aphra? She's fringe. You have the artist's name here. You have a little foil thing that makes, you know, like these rarer cards have an authenticity thing. And it says when the regroup phase starts, discard a card from your deck. Is that good or is that bad? when there are 5 or more different costs among your cards in your discard pile, this unit gets +3 attack. Choose 3 cards in your discard pile with different names. If you do, return one of them at random to your hand. So while this is down like this, you're discarding cards. When you do this, you can get them back, and you can get you can buff your leader unit. So that's kind of interesting. Never heard of that before. All right, let's see what we got. Maz Katana's Castle and a shield token. So the new art on the shield token is pretty cool. It's Mandalorian. So there's a lot of Mandalorian stuff going on here. And Maz Katana, that's like obviously the sequels. All right, let's see what we got here. Trandoshan Hunters. Okay, these are all very common cards. So, Cargo Juggernaut. I think we had that in the last set too. Let me know if we did. I'm like 99% sure we did. I didn't play a lot of blue decks. I had them played against me, but this card wasn't a card that was played a lot anyway. This has a bounty on it. Clone Deserter. It has a Restorer, though, as well, which is going to be something that people are going to want to have. Disabling Fang Fighter. This is a Mandalorian design. This was in the first set. So we've got a lot of these. I already have a lot of this. Price on Your Head. This is a good card. This is a bounty puck, and it's got the thing. But this is a great card to have because when you gain the bounty, you can ramp. You can use this to ramp a deck because you're going to use this. You're going to get a resource. So that's cool. Village Protectors. This is a really cheap Sentinel unit. All right, here we go. We got a hyperspace card. Vigilant Pursuit Craft. So Vigilant Pursuit Craft. It's beautiful artwork. I love it. So you can smuggle this for 7. Play it for 5. Pretty cool. Liberated Slaves. I'm surprised they went with the name. We were talking about this at the pre-release. Why they used this name when Boba Fett's ship used to be called this one, Slave 1, and now it's just called Fett's Fire Spray, which is kind of interesting. All right, Rich Reward. This is going to be a very common card. There's a lot of these. I had these in my... but these are actually great because when you get the bounty, you can add an experience token on the 2 units. All right, we got our first uncommon card in this box. We got This Is the Way. Search the top 8 cards of your deck for up to 2 Mandalorian and or upgrade cards. Reveal them and draw them. Put the other cards at the bottom of your deck in a random order. So this is going to be great for those Mandalorian decks. You're going to have a lot of upgrades on those because you got the Mandalorian's rifle, you've got Mandalorian armor, you've got the Vambrace missiles, you got the Vambrace flamethrower. So this is going to be a big deal. Cool. Queel is very cool. So he restores 1 on attack. You can discard a attack card from your deck. Well, you have to. If it shares an aspect with your base, you can return it to your hand. That's interesting. All right. And we got another one. Unlicensed Headhunter has a bounty on it. You can heal 5 damage to your base. So that's interesting. But only when it's exhausted. All right, we got our rare card, Mystic Reflection. Give an enemy unit -2. If you control a force unit, it's -2/-2. Well, that's pretty powerful. And then here, our foil card is Salacious Crumb. Awesome. I really like Salacious Crumb. Oh, they call him Obnoxious. Obnoxious Pet. When played, heal 1 damage from your base. And the action is return this unit to its owner's hand and deal 1 damage to a ground unit. Oh, interesting. So you can just keep playing this. And every time you play it, you heal damage to your base. So that's really interesting. And that's our foil. So we got a foil uncommon card. Very cool. All right. 2 more packs. This will go a little bit faster now. Okay. Come on, Miss Kreese. Come on, Bo-Katan Kreese. Boca Raton. Oh my gosh, Cad Bane. Another hyperspace leader. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful card. When you play an underworld card, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, an opponent chooses a unit they control, deal 1 damage to it. And then when he's actually turned over, you have Raid 2. You may choose an opponent they choose, a unit they control, deal 2 damage to it. You can only do that once around. He Who Needs No Introduction is his name. I love Cad Bane. Cad Bane lives, man. He does, believe me. All right, Remote Village. So this is that place where they were farming the shrimp. And it has a shield on the back. That's not rare or anything like that. All right, let's go through some of these. Pike Sentinel. Interesting. Pikes are cool. Yeah, so Sentinel cards are great. All right, speaking of which, we got a Sentinel and a Smuggle on the Pirate Battle Tank. Clan Challengers. Raid 3 Overwhelm. This is pretty cool. I've been playing Mandalorian deck on Force Table, and so I've seen this unit before, but this is the first time I have the card. Ruthless Assassin. What's the name of these guys with 3 eyes on stocks? Somebody tell me in the comments. I appreciate it. It has Overwhelm, which isn't much. Deal 2 damage to a friendly unit. Interesting. Ooh, Moment of Glory. Give +4/+4 for this phase. That's pretty powerful. Van Bray's Grapple Shot. +2/+2. Has to be a non-vehicle unit, of course. And you can exhaust a defender. Pretty cool. That makes sense. I mean, you're tying them up, basically. Hunter of the Haxian Brood. Okay. Street Gang Recruiter. Okay, so this is an interesting card because I had this in my pre-release. If you watch that video about my pre-release, you'll see what I did was I played this, and then it would get defeated, and then I had 3 of them. So I'd play another one, and I could take this card back into my hand because it was an Underworld card. And so I just kept doing that and doing that and doing that, and it was like an inexhaustible supply of these Street Gang Recruiters, and people were like, but you're like recruiting kids. And I'm like, well, got to do what you got to do. I wouldn't do it in real life. Resourceful Pursuers have Saboteurs, so that's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Fen Rao. That's a nice uncommon. When played, you may play an upgrade from your hand that costs 2 less. And when you play an upgrade on this unit, give the enemy -2/-2 for this phase. Protector of the Concord Dawn. All right, Guild Target. This is also an uncommon. Attached unit gains bounty, deal 2 damage to a base. If it's a unique unit, do 3 instead. Nice. Oh, very nice. Lando's Pride, Millennium Falcon. This is going to be a great card. It has Smuggle. It has Ambush. If you play it from the hand, it has Ambush. If you smuggle it, does it have Ambush? No, I don't think it has Ambush if you smuggle it, but still, that's pretty cool. You can resource this early and then have this in your back pocket as you ramp up. So that's nice. All right, let's see what our rare is. Omega. Part of the squad. Omega. Ignore the aspect penalty on the first clone unit you play each round. So this could be cool. You could have a bunch of clone units in here if you play Omega first. And you don't have to worry about their aspect. And then when played, you can look for those cards. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, Reckless Gunslinger. This is going to come in handy because you can deal 1 damage to each base. You basically deal damage from your hand when you play this card. So this might give you, get you out of the game. And then you can smuggle it too, so that's pretty cool. So at the end, when you have a lot of resources, don't have any cards left, you need 1 more damage to deal to their base. And it's red, right? So if you're like doing a Kylo Ren or you're doing like an aggro, like modified Sabine, this could be a winning card. All right. One more. And then we'll go to bed. And then I'll do some more tomorrow. But I had to do some today because it's the day of. It's July 12th. This is the day we've been waiting for 3 months. So, all right. It's not a hyperspace, but it is Bosk. So deal 1 damage to a unit with a bounty, and you may give it +1 for this phase. And then when he turns, when you collect the bounty, you may collect that bounty again. So double bounty. But you can only do that once per round. Hunting his prey. So that's pretty cool. And then Jabba's Palace. And that's an experience token. All right, let's take a look at this. Attention block rescue. Deal 3 damage to a unit. If that unit is guarding any captured cards, deal 6 instead. So that's pretty cool. Vigilant Pursuit Craft. We've already seen one of those. Take captive. A friendly unit captures an enemy non-leader unit in the same area. Put that captured card face down. Blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Trandoshan Hunters got Overwhelm. And you can give an experience token to this unit if an enemy unit has a bounty. Ooh, interesting. All right, price on your head. We know that's good. Chain Code Collector Hyperspace has ambush, and if the defender has a bounty, it gets a -4 for this attack. Wow, that is huge. And I get another one right behind it, which is not hyperspace. So we're going to be making some decks with that. No bargain, no bargain. Each opponent discards a card from their hand, and then you get to draw a card. No bargain. We know this one already. Forced Loyalty. Defeat a friendly unit if you do draw 2 cards. That's an uncommon. And that's a double aspect, too. Double command. Interesting. Toro Calican. Well, of course he can. He's an ambitious upstart. Just a villainy guy. This is the guy that was in The Mandalorian, right? When he was in the same cantina as Han Solo. Interesting. When you play another bounty hunter unit, you may deal 1 damage to it. If you do, ready this unit. Memory captured Fennec. Brutal Traditions. Okay. This is uncommon. This is uncommon. If an enemy unit was defeated this phase, play this upgrade from your discard pile if paying its cost. Huh. All right, here's our rare card. It's the Hotshot Blaster. This is pretty cool. So you can just pay 1 and attach it. If you smuggle and pay 3, you attack with the unit that you attach it to, like immediately. So that's really cool. Oh, and we got an uncommon Forlom. And it's hyperspace foil. This is going to be worth a little bit of money. Ambush. Each friendly unit named Zuckus, which would be 1, I guess, because they're, gains +1/+1 and gains ambush. Because they're a team. Well, that's the nicest card we've seen so far, I think. That might be worth money. I'm not sure. Just because it's a hyperspace foil. I'll look it up. Well, that's all I got today. So I hope you guys have a great day. May the force be with you, and may you all pull some legendary cards. You can see I have not pulled any yet. When I got my pre-release box, I pulled 5 out of 6 packs. Crazy. So this is not as good a start, but we'll see what we got in here. So talk to you guys on the next one. Have a good one, and thanks for subscribing. Take care.